Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on archive. If you're listening on archive, leave a comment, tell me what you think, thumbs up the video, and hit that notification button. That way you're notified every time D-Style Boxing comes on live. D-Style here, everybody. Check it out. Check it out. Adrien Broner, all right, is quite the character, you know? He is quite the character. A lot of people might think, you know what, man, D-Style, he just, man, why doesn't he like Adrien Broner, right? I mean, what does he have against him? Telling the truth about somebody is not hating, right? Hating is when you always pick somebody to lose and say they're overrated, and then they keep winning, and then you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, right? Because you don't like that particular fighter. In the case of Adrien Broner, right, I have constantly been right when I told you he's going to lose. Like, it's not like this. I have this agenda against the kid. I don't have an agenda against Adrien Broner. I don't dislike him or really know him that much as a person, but I do dislike him as a fighter. All right, fighters like Adrien Broner are a poison to the sport. All right, that's what they are. I've been watching boxing my whole life, right? And one of the aspects that I love about boxing, especially when it comes to a lot of the legends, is how hardworking and disciplined they were. I mean, just at a whole nother level of discipline, at a whole nother level of hard work, of road work, of the sacrifices that many of the greats made to become great. So we could witness their greatness. So they could do great things in the ring and live up to their full potential and do so without that fear of losing. And when they did lose, they just tried again. They make changes, adjustments. That's why there's so many metaphors in ours in our, you know, in the United States in particular, right? That's why there's so many metaphors that people to this day use regarding boxing. When people say something, man, my back was against the ropes, but I overcame it. They get that from boxing. And people say things like, man, I got knocked down, but when you get knocked down, you just got to make sure you get back up. It's not about how, you know, whatever the case is, you know what I mean, right? But then you got guys like Adrien Broner that come around, right? They half-ass it. They consistently lose. And then all you hear is him getting the benefit of the doubt about everything. We need to respect the sport more and the warriors of the sport more, okay, than to just accept half-assing in the sport. Half-assing is a form of weakness. Okay, that's what it is. It's a form of weakness. Giving yourself an out in case you fail, so you could say, man, but if I tried my best, I would have won. That is a weakness. There's no place for that in a sport, especially like boxing. Being inconsistent, okay, half-assing it is not something to give somebody credit for. Oh man, if only he tried this harder. We do not know that. You don't know what Broner would have been if he tried his absolute best. Maybe he would have lost to those same guys. Maybe the fights would have just been closer. Maybe he would have won them. We do not know. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. He doesn't get the credit because he didn't achieve it. I could sit here and I could tell everybody that if I got in a good diet and if I trained hard, if I give it 100%, I could run a marathon, right? I could say that, but I've never done it. So I cannot sit here and say, man, I could do a marathon. I cannot say that because I haven't done it. There's a lot of people like this in life. People that will say things, man, if this, if that, right? Boxing is about what you did. You think Muhammad Ali would have been great if he was just went around telling everybody, man, if I trained hard, I would have beat George Foreman. If I trained hard, I would have done a rope-a-dope and I would have beat him. No. If George Foreman knocked him out, he couldn't claim it. If Muhammad Ali half-assed everything because he was scared of failing at his absolute best, we would not know Muhammad Ali for what we know him today. He wouldn't have been a great. He would have just been another fighter in the bunch. Okay. He would have never become, especially in those days, heavyweight champion of the world. If he half-assed it going into fighting Sonny Liston, he would not have won. Okay. And that's that. You can't half-ass your way in this sport. All right. Well, that's it. Adrien Broner, all right? And I still see people giving this guy an out. You know? This is why he'll never improve. You got to stop giving Adrien Broner an out. I mean, you have either you believe that Manny Pacquiao just beat him, which he did, or you believe that there's a huge agenda against Adrien Broner. Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao did not need Adrien Broner as a buffer to make Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Okay? It's not a necessary factor. Like this idea that Al Heyman and Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, okay, and all the Showtime execs were in a dark room smoking cigars. Oh, how are we gonna screw over Adrien Broner, right? I mean, this is insane. This is insane. And they really wanted Pacquiao to win. Okay. Immediately, the ref would have told him, hey, you can't hold like that. Immediately, he would have told him that. Like, if there was really an agenda against Adrien Broner. I don't have an issue with the holding. That's a whole other issue. I understand it's an infraction in boxing. It happens. But what I'm saying is, they could have easily taken away the hold from him. This is insane to me, all right? Adrien Broner goes to the press conference. I don't have a mark on me. He's got 2 mouses under his eyes and shit. They look purple as shit. Okay. Looked like one of his cheeks was starting to swell. Right? Spare me this whole he didn't have a mark in his face. This is crazy to me. Right? Let's talk about letting the hands go. Okay? Let's just talk about that for a moment. Way too many people, all right, are not giving Manny Pacquiao enough credit. Yes, you said he won, but I'm hearing way too much. Adrien Broner let him. No, Adrien Broner didn't let Pacquiao do shit. Pacquiao did it, okay, and Pacquiao beat him. Every Adrien Broner fight, it's the same story. Oh, Adrien Broner allowed this guy to do this, and Adrien Broner allowed that, and Adrien Broner like this. No. Adrien Broner got beat. All right, that's it. Has to be said. Has to be said. But let's talk about letting the hands go. Look, I get it. I say it myself. The activity level is atrocious. If your activity level is going to be that low, you better be, number one, you better be accurate as fuck. And you better be snapping your opponent's head back every time you land a punch. Every time. He wasn't that accurate. Did you guys not watch the fight? Many of you out there. I saw Adrien Broner try to counter Pacquiao, okay, and miss by 3 feet at times. Adrien Broner missed a lot of punches too. So we say, well, Pacquiao was missing punches. They both missed punches. At least Pacquiao's punches, for the most part, were in the vicinity of the target. Everybody lands on Manny Pacquiao. Since Manny Pacquiao, okay, has been fighting, he's always gotten hit in fights. Always. Of course, that doesn't mean you give him the round because he got hit. But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, he hit Broner more times. It's obvious to see. I rewatched the fight this morning. I couldn't believe some of the things I was hearing. I thought maybe I just didn't watch the fight right. Let me watch it again. Where are people getting this whole Adrien Broner was dominating and then Pacquiao hurt him and then the fight turned around? Well, Pacquiao did hurt him. Twice in 2 different rounds, actually. But before that, the rounds were competitive. But to say, I mean, it's the way the fight is being described by a small fraction, by the way. Most people are pretty reasonable and they're just telling it like it is, that Broner just lost. Okay? But the reason it matters is you need to stop enabling Adrien Broner. You got to stop giving him an out. It's time to put a dead end in front of him, or he's never, ever going to improve. Ever. Dude was in a post-fight press conference talking about how I got to watch the fight. Adrien Broner, are there any adjustments you think you could have made? I got to watch the fight. Got to watch the fight. I mean, you were just confident that you dominated the fight in the post-fight interview. Oh, and no credit. I mean, it's Manny Pacquiao was landing great straights to the solar plexus of Adrien Broner. So good jabs to the body of Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner landed 2 body shots. I think one of them was low in the fight. 2 body shots the whole damn fight. That's terrible. I mean, that's horrible. Like, it's, what do you mean you only landed 2 body shots? Manny Pacquiao landed as many body shots, almost as many body shots as Broner landed total punches, including jabs in the whole fight. Just the body shots alone. Body shots count, by the way. Broner started to use the shell when he was getting hit to the body. It was insane. Against a southpaw. I mean, this is crazy. That opened them up to get hurt. A lot of people miss that, by the way. But it's okay. All right? It's all right. You don't use the shell against the southpaw. What's the Mayweather fight? He never got in a shell like that against Pacquiao. Anybody tell me Adrien Broner was outboxing? I seen Pacquiao get outboxed. I saw Bradley outbox him in rounds. I saw Mayweather do it for the majority of their fight. I know what it looks like when Manny Pacquiao's getting outboxed. This was not it. I don't know what you guys saw. There's some people out there, I don't know what fight they saw. I just don't know. It was competitive for the first 4 rounds. It was a competitive fight. And then things just started to change. You know, how you react in the line of fire, I said this before the fight, tells us more about you as a fighter, okay, than any jab or hook or any of that, okay? The fact that Adrien Broner falls apart when he gets hurt is not good, okay? And it's not exactly something that you can just train for. Either you have it in you or you don't. And his problem is not only does he get hurt by the punch and the pain of the punch and stunned, it's like it bruises his ego too when he gets hit. Because Adrien Broner thinks he could just have a whole fight being defensive and shaking his head when he makes the fighter miss or he blocks it with his shoulder or his gloves. Well, that's only a quarter of the battle. That's all that is. It's only a portion of it. What about all the times Adrien Broner was missing? He missed a lot in this fight. It was ridiculous. With his hep. But I have no idea why Adrien Broner needs to scream like that when he throws punches. You know why? Right? You know why? I mean, it's kind of like my issue with it, all right? It actually helps the opponent time your punches, okay? That's number one. You know, there's a reason, you know, you don't hear a lot of elite fighters do that, okay? Second, you're going to get clipped with your fucking mouth open. All right? But whatever. Okay, it is what it is. The letting hands go, guys. Every fight, everybody says, well, he lost, he didn't let his hands go, right? You guys, this is what's happening, okay? You're diagnosing, right, the effect, not the cause. Now, we all see that his activity level's low. Just saying, well, you know, if he let his hands go, he would have won. First of all, if he would have thrown more, he would have been prone, okay, to get hit more. That's number one, and that's a factor a lot of people are leaving out, right? Just letting the hands go was not the answer, right? It's one thing to let your hands go. Like Amir Khan lets his hand go all the time, right? But that's why he always gets clipped and dropped. That's not exactly the answer. The problem, and I've been telling people this, all right, Adrien Broner, number one, mentally, he just doesn't have it in him, right? You're like it's happened enough times now where we see that it's a clear pattern. Whether it's self-belief or whatever the case is, it ain't my problem. I'm just telling you, okay, that there's an issue there. Second, his punch placement. He doesn't react fast enough, okay, to when there's openings from his opponents. That's just what it is. Like, he wants to make sure, like, Adrien Broner wants to be 100% sure the punch he throws is going to land. And by the time, you know, Ding ding, you know, middle of the ring. The other guy's moving his head. He's coming at you. Oh, let me be defensive. Oh, let me walk around. Like, oh, let me shake my head. He didn't land anything. Okay, all right. There was an opening right there. Ah, shit, he moved. Oh, you know, and before you know it, whole minute passed. He hasn't thrown anything. That's what it is. Sometimes he gets the courage to do it towards the end of the rounds. I've noticed. Right. I mean, this dude's output's atrocious. It's atrocious. Of course, it's atrocious. The punches hurt more in that weight class. It was easier to do it at 126 pounds, where you outweigh dudes by like 10 pounds and shit. But now you got dudes either your size or bigger. Yeah, you got to be a little more careful where you place the punches. Of course, his punch output's going to go down, especially with the type of style he fights. Especially with that style. And then people are like, oh, I just don't get it. You know what? There was times when he was making Pacquiao miss, but he didn't make him pay. He can't do it, guys. You don't think that if he could, he wouldn't do it? You don't like, why wouldn't he? He can't make a guy miss, boom, counter, miss, boom, counter, miss, boom, counter. He can't do it. He'll do it like once or twice in a fight. It's insane. It's insane to me. It's crazy. It honestly is. Like it's. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, like, what are you going to do? Every fight, it's the same story. Every fight, it's insane. I've been telling you guys for years now. Before the Garcia fight, I told you, no, you don't understand these style. Before this fight, no, but you don't understand these style. I mean, this is crazy. And they're just waiting on Adrien Broner to show up. This fictional Adrien Broner that is disciplined and, you know, stays out of trouble, and which is only like a portion of the battle, but that has the motivation and dedication to be consistent and that can go to the ring, apply a game plan, believe in himself, and try his absolute best with no regrets. You know, I'm gonna try my best, and if I lose, I lose. But I want to give myself the best possible chance of winning. That Adrien Broner doesn't exist. All right? He doesn't exist. It's like if you told me, man, if Mayweather had punching power, right? And I mean like devastating punching power. Or if he carried that power at 147 like he had at 130, right? Like if you were to tell me that, well, we don't know if he would have been a better fighter. Maybe if Mayweather was knocking everybody out, okay, from freaking the amateurs, we just don't know if he would have developed to be as good of a fighter. Maybe he would have just relied on his power, and he would have. We just don't know. Like these what ifs. Oh, but what if? If he doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it in him. I've challenged him to show me. And he can't show it. He doesn't have it. You know how foolish I would have looked if he came out and bam, dominated Pacquiao and knocked him out, right? But I knew what was going to happen. I'm not Nostradamus for it. Everybody knew. You knew. Even people that picked Broner knew. Like you knew it. You're in your head, you knew. Maybe in your heart you didn't, but in your head you did. He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it, guys. He can't react fast enough. Okay, when you're a counterpuncher, you got to react fast. Those small windows, boom, they appear. You got to take quick. If you're only going to throw a couple punches around, you better fucking land those punches. Because the inactivity is going to kill you, okay? People can tell me all day, oh, Pacquiao was throwing 5 punches and he only landed 1. So what? He still landed 1. At the end of the day, Adrien Broner, right, just lost to a 40-year-old man, right? I want you to think about that. If he couldn't, you know, if your argument is he didn't try his best, this that, then you're telling me that he couldn't get up for a fight against Manny Pacquiao, who's 40 years old, way past his prime. A fight that would have turned his career around and given him so many more opportunities. If he couldn't get up for that, he's never going to get up. I can see, all right? I can see through Adrien Broner. Like I see, all right? Like I see through a glass of water, right? Like you can see the palm of your hand when, okay, you know, when you have water in the palm of your hand, you can still see the palm of your hand. That's how I see Adrien Broner. He's never going to change. This Adrien Broner, you guys been waiting. It's you're going to keep waiting, right? You're going to keep waiting. He ain't coming. He ain't going to show up anytime. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Adrien Broner hasn't been the same since Maidana knocked him down that first fight. He hasn't been the same. Remember how he walked out of the ring after that Maidana fight? His whole world was distraught. That was a good fight, by the way, though. He hasn't been the same since that fight. A piece of him, okay, stayed with Marcos Maidana. Every time Adrien Broner gets popped in the mouth, he has flashes of that fight. That's the fight that broke it just broke him. He's a broken man. Listen to him talk. Listen to him just lash out like at everybody. It's everybody's fault. It's Showtime's fault. It's the announcer's fault. It's the commentator's fault. It's Jim Gray's fault. It's TMT's fault. It's Mayweather's fault. Leonard Allerby's fault. It's everybody's fault. It's Al Heyman, apparently, because he wants to make Mayweather Pacquiao. Everybody's fault but his own. Let's blame everybody and take no responsibility for our actions. That is Adrien Broner in a nutshell. He got asked, hey, well, you didn't throw anything to the body. You threw no body shots. Why didn't you throw body shots? Adrien Broner said, Manny Pacquiao's a good counter puncher. So, you know, I had to wait and throw punches when it was good for me. He couldn't see the openings, which is insane. Everybody I've seen, I mean, everybody knows throwing Manny doesn't like body shots. Always lift his arms in the air to catch a deep breath when they hit him to the body, right? Adrien Broner got hit with like 40-some body. It was insane. These are beautiful body shots. Manny placed them very well. Manny's not known to be a body puncher. Like, you know, it's not like he's a master at body punches. That's not what Manny's known for. But shit, we got to talk about that. Those body shots were beautiful. I was impressed. I'm going to be honest with you. The old man, okay, he found an opening on the young kid and he went to the body. Manny's old ass. Making Adrien Broner just swing and miss. It was insane the way he was. It was a swing, and it's one thing to miss. It's another thing to miss by 3 feet. All right. Like Manny would come in, right? Duck low. There was a time where like ducked low and then he like pulled back and made Adrien Broner miss like a fucking hook. But he doesn't get called out on it because it's not quote unquote wild, right? They look well thrown, so we're not going to call him out. No. He missed those punches by a mile. He's going to get called out on it. Okay? No, but he threw it. He threw that hook. If that uppercut would have landed, though. What didn't land? He missed. What do you mean, if? Yeah, when Manny misses, yeah, he looks all wild and shit. So what? Who cares if he looks wild? All right? There's a method to his madness. I also have an issue with the plurality. People using plural terms when they talk about the good things Adrien Broner did in this fight. Oh, Adrien Broner, he landed a bunch of right hands. Like, what do you mean a bunch? Manny gets hit with right hands every fight he's in. Ever since I know Manny Pacquiao, all right? Like, everybody knows he's a sucker for right hand. Like, everybody knows that. So, yeah, it's expected. He's supposed to land a couple right hands on Pacquiao. He landed less than I thought he would, actually. But we're not going to just ignore everything Manny Pacquiao did, especially the obvious, which is the body work. We're not just going to ignore that. Okay? Anyway, Adrien Broner was too concerned about that body work, all right, to be worried about letting his hands go. Because let me tell you something. Your percentage of getting hurt are higher when you're letting your hands go. Now, if you sit any time, no, I think he could have had a better game plan. Well, it couldn't have been any worse, so yeah, he could have had a better game plan. But at this point, it doesn't matter. Okay? Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk about hypotheticals and he could have done this, he could have done that, and debate about things that we just don't know. All we know was what happened yesterday. If he tried to walk Manny down, he could have won. We don't know that. We just don't. We don't know. Should have done it, and then maybe we would have known. And if that didn't work, people would have said, he should have placed his shots better. It's I don't know. It's always something. Almost every fight you watch at an elite level, you can make those same arguments about any fighter. Oh man, if he wasn't hurt in this round, or if he didn't make these mistakes, or if he didn't let him do this, it's always the same thing. Always. It must be exhausting believing in Adrien Broner. You want to believe in some, then believe in someone that you could believe in. Like, why are you doing believing in Adrien Broner? How does that happen? Now, this time, it's going to be different. Now, this time, you sure about that? All right? Okay. Adrien Broner is not that dude. He's not. He's not that guy. He's not. Okay? You know what's crazy? As I kind of think about it here. Adrian's going to get another shot. Right? They're going to put him in there with some, lower level dudes, and he's going to say he's back. he's gonna get another shot. I don't know against who. Probably fight like a Crawford or which he'll. I mean, man, Crawford would. I mean, he would humiliate Adrien Broner. Okay, he would humiliate him. So I don't know if that's even a fair fight. An Errol Spence fight is a terrible idea. Any top welterweight, it's a terrible idea. I mean, maybe he should rematch Jesse Vargas or something. They deserve each other. Okay, go do that. Because I'm telling you right now, Adrien Broner. Okay, he's in. They're gonna use him as a stepping stone now, right? That's what it is for up and coming prospects and stuff like that. They're gonna use Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is gonna be the new Drunken Master. Remember the Drunken Master? Remember that guy on ESPN? Like if we still had ESPN Friday Night Fights, Adrien Broner is like that guy that's gonna end up there. Oh, now we don't have ES Friday Night Fights anymore. But that's where I see Adrien Broner. He's a good fighter. And they could put him in there to see if some prospects are the truth or not. Like if they can't pass Adrien Broner test, they're not going to go anywhere. But if they pass Adrien Broner test, then maybe they can get a title shot. That's what Adrien Broner is now. That's what he's going to be. That's where maybe they should do Adrien Broner against Andre Berto. The fight of the stepping stones. The winner gets to be the stepping stone of the division. The loser leaves town. All right. Or fight Jesse Vargas. Between the three of them, they could do a little tournament to see who's going to be the stepping stone of the division. All right. Maybe they could do that. Maybe they can do that. I don't know. Maybe that's what they could do. You guys tell me. Let me pull up the chat here really quick. I do not have the chat up, so I do apologize. Shout out to everybody listening. Take a moment. Thumbs up the video. All right. No, but this time, I'm telling you, Adrien Broner, he looks. I saw footage of him hitting the mitts. Man, he looks focused, bro. Man, no, this time is different. He looked in shape, and he made weight. Tells you a lot. Tells you a lot about boxing when guys are getting credit for making weight and being in shape, and they're professional boxers. Okay, like that's gonna impress me. Like I'm gonna be impressed by somebody being in shape when you're a professional boxer. Oh yeah. You don't understand this style. I saw the weigh-in. He looked in great shape. This style. A boxer looks in great shape. Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Say less and I don't know why people thought this would be competitive. He showed up to the biggest press conference of his life fat. No, but you don't understand. Say less. He looked in shape. Okay, at the weigh-in. He made weight. Like people were giving him credit for making weight and looking in great shape. This is where we are. This is where we are in the sport of boxing right now, where boxing fans are celebrating a dude because he made weight and he looked in great shape. That's where we are. This is. I couldn't believe like the comments I was reading in some of these weigh-in videos. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? Why are people praising this dude for that? Like, what's there to praise? He's supposed to come in shape. He's supposed to make weight. He's a professional boxer. And he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao. Like, what do you mean? I know, but you don't understand. I mean, what? Rick Avila, good video, he says. AB Rising and Chavez Jr., they're overrated. They say they're prepared good. Well, in fairness, Adrien Broner is a better fighter than Chavez Jr. Okay, I will say that. But in terms of people talking about their potential, yeah, it's the same fucking story, right? Oh no, you don't understand. Chavez, he could be better than his dad. I heard some people say, like, what? In what way? How's flat-footed Chavez Jr. going to be better than his dad? Like, well, what are you talking about? Like, are you shitting me? No way. What are you guys talking about? Chavez Jr. could fight off his back foot, front foot. Extremely good, upper body hit and head movement. I mean, he was like a well-oiled machine. It's not even close. Not even close. What an insult. It was so insulting hearing people say that. No, Chavez, he could potentially be, I mean, if this kid trained hard, well, the same fucking story. If he trained hard, man, he would be a beast. If he dedicated himself and got motivated, man, Chavez Jr. would be a beast, bro. Then when he knocked down, like, it was the same fucking story, same thing. For 11 and a half rounds, gets easily outboxed by Sergio Martinez. He knocks him down in the final round, right? And then whatever. Oh, if he would have started doing that from round one, he was trying. He couldn't. Okay. God damn. All right. Christian NWO says Broner had to walk Manny down, leading with rights and hooks. He tries to emulate Floyd Mayweather, but Broner is not a smooth defensive fighter. He's an offensive pressure fighter. Well, he's always had that whole, like, let me be like Floyd, thing. Falcon Z, the Manny that can beat Floyd doesn't exist. Well, no, Manny will never beat Floyd, I don't think. Christian NWO, Amir Khan is the only fight Broner for Broner. Maybe Maidana. Yeah, well. Will just salute Spoxan and chat. What's up? Haplotype Broner sucks and his attitude makes me want to puke. Will Magic Man said, even though most were rooting for AB, the same people bet against him. Haplotype, the left to the body Manny was throwing was vicious. Okay, he should have done it more. Be easy. I keep looking for all the talent people claim they see in Broner. I have never seen it. Beasy, at least since Antonio DeMarco. Unbiased or boxing talk says Emmanuel Gus says, yep, that's a drunken master. Better Vasquez, call me a hater. You're a hater, bro. I'm falling asleep in your video, bro. All right. All right, Haplotype, if Broner wasn't Broner, he'd be amazing. Take a moment. Thumbs up the video, by the way, for those listening live. Although I know Mr. Velasquez because he's bored. Like, who stays on a video that you're bored watching? Just then leave. Go watch something else. All right? Broner is trash, is your host. This is crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, Broner gets, it's like, look, oh, man, he's got a good chin. Man, he never hit him, but man, does he have a good chin. Do you guys not see the contradiction here? All right? I may be. I don't got a mark in my face. The dude has a little fucking, has like a black eye and shit. All right? You can start you can see the swelling starting to happen. It's just insane. Right? But he's AB, though. All right? Anyway, it's a wrap for that. Right? And maybe that will show you guys that boxing isn't about potential and what this guy could be and if he did this. Like, so Sugar Ray Robinson didn't work as hard and didn't give it his best in that ring, right? and he just half-assed it, nobody would know who he is today. If Mayweather just half-assed it and never tried his best and was worried about trying his best and losing, and it's crazy. When I was at Rope-a-Dope Radio, there was this guy that's from the Mayweather gym, and I remember he said, man, Mayweather woke up from a dream where he lost the fight, and the dude went out for a run because he thought he had to work harder, right? I mean, that is insane. Like, it's just a dream, but the dream of him losing bothered him so much he went out for a run. All right? That's crazy. All right? What do you think Adrien Broner does if Adrien Broner wakes up from a dream that he lost a fight, right? He ain't gonna do shit. It's not gonna, like, it's whatever, right? He's gonna blame everybody in the dream except himself. This is what he's gonna do. Joe's man needs to go too. I'm sorry, man, but he can't hang around with these new lions. No, he cannot. Unfortunately, there's people on social media saying things like, Manny's back. Pac-Man's back. Oh, Pac-Man looking good. Looking like the old Pac-Man. Well, he's an old Pac-Man, but he's not looking like the old Pac-Man. No, he's not. But he doesn't want to retire. Like, who are we to tell Manny he has to retire? He wants to keep fighting. He wants to challenge himself. Let him. Manny Pacquiao has nothing to lose. If he fights Terrence Crawford, he has nothing to lose. Nothing. He ain't going to win, but he's got nothing to lose. If he wins that fight, that will do wonders for him. If he loses, he's expected to lose. He's old. Manny ain't worried about it. Manny got knocked out years ago. He ain't worried about protecting an O or anything like that. Okay? He can't lose any worse than he's already lost, right? By the way, I also saw a comment. I'm going to paraphrase the comment, but here the comment said, shit's hilarious. The guy goes, Manny never went anywhere. Nobody could beat Floyd. And he got robbed against Bradley. And he got robbed against Horn. And Marcus got lucky. Marcus got lucky. Didn't Marcus knock him down with the same punch 2-3 rounds before that? And you get time he got lucky. So lightning, they struck twice in the fight. Come on, man. That punch was by design, man. Marcus's whole game plan in that fourth fight was to knock out Manny Pacquiao. Right? He made it clear. He was making it clear in interviews before the fight. I do not want to get screwed by the judges again. What did he do? Knocked him out. Okay? See, that's what you do when you're tired or you believe the system is against you, right? Look, I got to keep it 100. I never seen like Marquez is a big sore loser. Okay, there's no doubt about that. The dude is a sore loser to the T. Any close fight, he won and that's it, right? He got robbed all the time. But here's my thing. He felt that the quote-unquote system was against him. So say, you know what? I'm just going to knock the fucker out. You knock the dude out. You don't got to worry about the judges, and you don't have to worry about the commentators, and you don't got to worry about the announcers, and you don't got to worry about the media. You knock the motherfucker out, smooth out. There ain't no talk, right? That's it. You shut him up just like that. You knock a dude out, bam. But guess what he did? He went through that line of fire and he got it done. All right? That's what he did. He had a bloody nose, all right? He got fucked up in some portions of that fight, but he was landing those right hands. Oh, Marco was at the brink of losing. Oh, what a coincidence. Right when he knocked Manny Pacquiao out. Shut up. All right. But anyway, my point about that comment is you have individuals that believe Manny Pacquiao is the same Manny Pacquiao that he was like 10 years ago. He's not. All right. He's not the same guy. What are you guys talking about? No. He's back. He's back. Like, what do you mean he's back? Like, what? Anyway, there was times in that fight where I felt Manny could have thrown another 3-4 punches per flurry if he was younger, right? He could have snuck in an extra punch here and there. I mean, it's, you know, he's still fast and stuff, but he's not as fast. Like, you know, like it's, you could see it. You can see that he slowed down, you know, but whatever. Okay. He's back. Okay. He's going to fight Crawford and Spence now. Okay. He's going to lose those fights. All right. He's going to lose. If he fights Spence or he fights Crawford, Manny Pacquiao's going to lose. I'm telling you right now. It's going to piss off a lot of people. I don't even think he could beat Keith Thurman. You know, I don't know if he could beat Danny Garcia. I just don't know. I mean, that's a much closer fight. You know, it is. But I don't know if he can do it. I don't think Manny's he's right out of the top 5. He's not. I mean, he's still good, but he's not what he used to be. He's not. Right? Like, remember, like when Kobe was still around, but like he was still Kobe. He still had some good games, but well, you know, you just kind of knew when he wasn't in his prime anymore. You just know, right? It's like Peyton Manning in his last year. You know, like, yeah, he still has moments, but he ain't the same. All right. But if Manny wants that work, then he can get it. I mean, at the end of the day, who am I to tell him he can't fight Errol Spence? I tell him all day, like, oh, dude, he's too big for you. You know, he's gonna walk you down, and like, I could tell him that all day. But if he wants to prove me wrong, then he has a right to do it. All right. If you know, if you think he's back because he beat Adrien Broner, then hey. No, but he's back. He's back. Are you sure about that? I'm going to end this video. We're going to talk Crawford when I come back. Okay, so stay on my channel. I'm going to be right back, guys. Peace. Mannys to go to, I wasn't the same guy I was 10 years ago. No one ever is. Good point, Joe Host. I'll be back, guys.